Welcome friends. In today's video we are going to discuss about the bird's eye view of the VLSI ecosystem. Okay, we bird's eye view means whatever we can see from the top level. So let's begin. Here in this particular video do not require any kind of prerequisite things. Okay, so absolutely newbie can watch this video. So here this is what I am going to say about the VLSI ecosystem. What companies are there and how they function, how they interact here. um, so here you can see lot of encircled names like fab, chip design house, EDA tool manufacturer, services companies, IP design house, post silicon validation companies, and there are a lot of arrows going from one direction to another direction. So this means that these things are well interconnected. Okay, so let's begin. Fab is a kind of we say it is a fab, and also we say it is a foundry. So what a foundry does, so fabrication house or foundry, it physically fabricates the semiconductor chips from various fabless design houses. uh, it also provide the device level models to the design house or the IP manufacturers. Primarily as a file, they provide tech files, design rule document containing the DRC, uh, also various metal via details, design constraint, also the PDKs. So fabrication house, they manufacture the IC at the on top of the silicon. The IC fabrication is done by fab. So let's move on to the next section. IP design house. Okay, so IP design house is connected to the fab because when you order the PDK from the foundry, you also need the compatible IPs to use in your design, whether you are doing an analog or a digital design, any type of. So IP design houses, what they make, they manufacture different type of IPs like analog, digital, mixed signal IPs. Broadly, if it is a digital, it will contain the logic families, high speed interface IPs. Also a chip needs memory, so there will be memory, flash memory, SRAM memory. Bitcoin IPs are nowadays very much popular also because of the Bitcoin mines. For a chip to be fabricated, also IO, PLL, sometimes acts as a clock. BCD IPs, networking IPs also needed. Automotive IPs are now in a high tide because the automobiles, they also use a lot of electronic gadgets inside them. So it is kind of hot cake nowadays. So IP design houses makes the IPs in a different formats. So either they can supply the soft IPs or the hard IPs. Mostly it is hard IP, or in between there could be a farm IP also. These IP design houses also have a unit who usually makes the one test chip where the different combinations of their IP, whatever they manufacture, are used to check the functionality at the silicon. So they go up to the silicon also. The silicon actually made in the fab, but this is done there also. Let's next the next block here is the chip design houses. So the chip design houses, what they do, so if it is a digital chip, so they will make the SoC from RTL to the GDS2. If it is an analog company, they will start their design with the schematic, and they will go to layout, and finally they stream out to GDS2. The design, if it is a mixed signal, then they will combine both the RTL as well as the schematic at the beginning for their digital and the analog block. Combining their mixed signal flow will continue up to the GDS2. And also the FPGA companies, which they will also design FPGAs. Now the next companies are EDA tool manufacturer. What these manufacturers do, they make the softwares for the for the various parts of the design process. Okay, we cannot do it by hand, so we have to do it by software. Whatever design, say if we make the RTL, we have to write the RTL in some of the softwares and verify them, whatever they are. So broadly categorized, these tools are like verification, synthesis, PNR, physical verification once the layout is done, timing, extraction, layout, DRC tools. If it is an analog, then it will be SPICE, analog layout, analog verification tools. If there are mixed signal designs, they will use the mixed signal verification tools. Okay, so these companies, EDA tool manufacturers, these are called also product companies, because they sell the software product, and they sell software as well as corresponding application engineering services to their client. Next particular set of companies are services companies. So these companies do what? They have a set of manpower of various kinds. Say it could be verification, it could be analog IP design, it could be layout experts. Okay, so based on the projects, whatever they get from different chip design houses, okay, so they sell their manpower to that company, and because they will keep a reservoir of people who are expertise in different domains, and those people will cater services to the chip design houses for the particular project. Say maybe it could be one particular SoC from beginning to end, or it could be some IP design also. So these companies do not make any products, rather their strength is the people who are working there, and they sell their people's expertise to the other companies. Okay, let's move to the next section. Okay, so here are some more words for these companies, like they provide skilled manpower to the chip design house, IP design house, post silicon design house. So post silicon design is also needed, because once the chip comes onto the silicon, people has to test it. Provide project based design services, means whatever I just talked about, that one particular IC is designed, or the SoC is designed from the beginning to the end, so that will need a dedicated team to work on that. So that is they provide the ODC, offshore development center, where say maybe the services company is in a different country, and the product company from whom they are working in a different company, so they set up a ODC and in the company where the services company are, and that ODC will function only for that particular product company. So this is a kind of ODC model. So the post silicon validation company, now summing up all together these things, the chip is designed where the and when it is done, it goes to the fab, and fab manufactures in silicon, it comes back to the chip design house. So the post silicon validation companies, it could be inside the chip design company, or it could be a separate outside company. So they what will do, that once the silicon is made, they will make the test chip. Test chips there will validate through the physical and electronic verification system. So they will be physically verified, and they will be compared to the software testing which has been done before the tape out. And okay, so the multiple things will be compared as for the stimulus. They will be compared against the statistical simulated values like Monte Carlo or something. Silicon yield is another factor these companies have to analyze. Obviously, when we are making a chip, it will have some frequency, and that particular frequency of operation is also checked there. The chip, because of the process variation, temperature and voltage. There will be various kind of chips and operating conditions. These also have been also will be verified by these companies. And finally, once all the testings are done, so they will generate the silicon report for that particular chip, which we call a test chip. So guys, here the whole bird's eye view has been given to you, and you can see all together different types of companies, how they function and how they interact among each other. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel and hit like if you like the video.